Whoops. Hi, everybody. Hi, Anne-Marie. Who's my friend? Well, you, of course, but this is our pumpkin. Hi, Cheryl. And this little pumpkin is on the website. And I wanted to go through and show you this, but I wasn't live Wednesday. So I'm also going to show you something new with Authentique. You get to see it first, but we're going to make our pumpkin today. And this is a really good sized little guy. He's 6.5 inches. And hi, Cheryl. And then he's 8.25. So 6.5 by 8.25. So he's nice and good size. Perfect to put on your mantle, anywhere you want to decorate. And so we're going to make this today. And I want to show you something. I didn't even do any painting because I love the grain in the wood. Look at how pretty. You could also decorate the back if you want it to be Thanksgiving. So I am going to be doing the back, and I'm going to use Authentique Splendor for the fall, I believe, because I love the subtleness. And then what I'll do is I'll just put some leaves here, and I have some, I've used them, I put them back in my drawer anyway to kind of cover up this little leaf. And then I will use it for fall, like more for Thanksgiving, because I like to have my Halloween out, and then I change it in October back to fall. Yeah, we kind of have it back and forth. But isn't he adorable? He is on the website, and it comes with this black button. The only thing I don't have right now, I didn't grab a black button, but let's decorate our little pumpkin. Again, he's one of the wood projects that come from Foundations Decor. So I did take out the mouth and the wheel. I wanted to paint mine. I don't have the patience to sit there and try and paper these. But I also want to tell you, well, we're going to paper the inside. You can use a Sharpie marker on these. Do you see that fly? He's back again every time we're live. The Sharpie marker you can use it on there too. But we're going to take off all of our pieces. These are super easy. I love that they're bigger in size. So, like I said, really easy. And then we'll take off the foam from the back, and again, using a file, and I'm not too worried about that. We're going to glue it on. But these, because the pattern paper that we're putting on top will show. I'm just going to use my little spatula here from Cricut. Really nice wood. And that's what I love about the foundation. So I'm just going to make sure I've sanded that down to my fingernail file. And like I said, I'm not painting this because I love the grain of the wood on the side. And it looks really cool with the pumpkin and all the different, if there's boo-boos in the wood. Now you can sand this too. So you don't have to cover it or make it a jack-o'-lantern. You could stain the whole thing and be a beautiful pumpkin just to sit. So I'm going to start first, and we're going to just cover the big part, which is really, really easy. This one, and I'm using Masquerade from Authentique. So I used the mask on this. Isn't that cute? And this one, I'm going to use the orange. Oh, see, I've got some splendor in there. Polka dots. Then I'm going to use the plaid on my leaf. See, splendor, you can make this a fall pumpkin if you don't want to put the face. How pretty is that, right? Super fun. And that one's pretty cool if you want to go more scary. So, yeah, I had a hard decision. Oh, I'm not using that because the camera doesn't like it. So we're going with this one. And to tell you, don't forget, I won't be live. This is the last Friday live until, that would be too hard to draw on. I won't be live until after our retreat in October because we're having a retreat starting next Wednesday and it doesn't end till Sunday. So you'll be seeing some lives if you're in Scrapbookers. It's not on Facebook or YouTube, but in Scrapbookers will be coming live with you at our scrapbook retreat here in Utah. One thing on this guy, you do have, it will matter. Usually I turn it over. This is the front, so I turn it over, but there's no way I'm going to see my pencil drawings. Hi, Nancy. So what I'm going to do is, these are the places that had the foam. I'm going to turn it over to draw it. Just put it here at the bottom. And this one's pretty easy too, because it's big. That's what I like about it. And I like the masquerade with this because it matches my decor here in the home. And this is going up on my shelf. Hi, Suzette. Really easy. Now we're just going to cut along those lines. If you've ever been intimidated with wood products, don't be. They're really easy to use, and it's a fun way to display in your home, the scrapbook paper. So we've got some detail there I need to cut around. And I just used a pencil. I know it's really hard for you to see. You didn't know when they taught us how to cut in kindergarten. It's going to come in handy as an adult, did you? Good thing I was paying attention during cutting class. I've always loved to just sit and cut. So if you don't love to sit and cut, have a family member do this part for you. Doesn't have to be perfect either because we sand the edges. And just like that, our little pumpkin is cut out. So what a cute template, huh? Make sure I put this on correct. Now, when I put it on, even though I drew around, see, I've got some big spaces, and that's okay. And I like I said, the unfinished wood. So I'm going to ink the edge of this really quick. Even though I'm going to cut some of it, I'll go back. But I do want to use my black ink on it. Yes, happy fall, everybody. And it is now official, so nobody can tell me stop saying pumpkin spice latte. Right? Go all around the outside edge. And art glitter glue. Super fabulous for this. And because I know my paper is a little bit bigger, I put it right on the wood. And I do want to use it a little bit thicker. Hi, Judy. Well, I'm not going to get that off, but I have to. Well, mocha mint is really good too. Okay. The reason I want a little bit more glue, as you know, art glitter glue dries really quick. So if I use a little bit thicker layer, it'll extend that drying time and give me a few more minutes here. And that's all there is to it. Now we're going to let it sit for just a second before we start pushing the glue around slightly. Okay, let me get my tip back on. I am too, Judy. I think you guys are going to have an absolute ball. Oops, I got glue on my little guy here. All safe. Okay. Now I want to really push the glue around. I'll get my spatula in a second. And if you start having glue on the edges, just wipe it. but that's good. Then you know your edge is pretty much sealed. I've bought finished wood projects, and then you can always, they don't glue it clear to the edge, and you'll be sad because it'll start lifting. So I bring them home and fix them. Again, now I'm just going to go around that edge and kind of push down the paper that's hanging over the edge so I can sand it. Okay, see, I know where it's at. Okay. And as you're sanding, just sand down. And it'll start coming off. See how it starts coming off here? Hi, Patty. Oh, well, wood projects and scrapbooking are a perfect project for a rainy day. My leaf is going to go there, so I'm not too worried about that little boo-boo. We're going to hide it. And I have ribbon. Just going to go around the edge here. Hi, who hasn't seen me forever? Your name doesn't. If your name doesn't come up, it's because you have to give Facebook permission to show on StreamYard. So, whoever hasn't seen me in a while, I've been here. Now, I won't be here, of course, next week, but if you're in Scrapbookers of Country Craft Creations on Facebook, you'll see us coming live with Sally at our Utah Scrapbook Retreat. That's happening. And then I won't be live next week or the week after. It's a week long. Well, not really week long. It starts Wednesday and ends on Sunday. So we have lots of fun things going on here in Utah. And on this pumpkin, I have a little bit more than I did on the other one. So, no, I shouldn't have inked the edges first. The other one I cut a little bit better. Yes, Marie, Anne-Marie, we will get, oh yeah, we're going to have a pumpkin spice latte together. More than one. I cannot wait to see you. It's been too long. So this one, see, I have a little bit more sanding than I normally do, but that's okay. It's actually really relaxing. Wood projects, I think, are really relaxing. They're fun because when you're finished, then you can go display your work. I've been leaving the back door open for Wilbur. And I thought maybe it's been cold enough at night, the flies are gone, but... So speaking of cold enough at night, it's getting down there. So you might want to start stocking up on your art glitter glue. I'm just waiting for more bottles for them to get the big bottles so we can get the 16 ounce in. It's going to be here before we know it. Also, Christmas gifts. You need to have that glue to make all your Christmas gifts. I know, it's been almost a year. So now my pumpkin there is, oh, yes, it's very messy. So let me go ahead and clean this off just really quick. And isn't he adorable? So I'm not going to go heavy. I'm just going to go along the top of the paper. I really don't want a lot of it on the wood. I'm just blending in. It's like I mentioned, I didn't want to paint the wood because I like that unfinished look with this guy. See, it looked really good. So let's move on. I've already done the painting on these, so it'd be ready. But we need to do the leaf, the nose, and the circle. Okay. Oh, there's our circle. And you don't have to put your eyes back on in this order. You can change them. You can have them a really funky little pumpkin here. You can let the kids do it. Yeah, that's kind of cute. You know, that sideways grin. So first off, I'm going to do the leaf. I want to do the nose. And on this one, I chose yellow. So I'm going to put it right there. But for the leaf, I want to use this plaid. Oh, yeah. All I need to do is cut a little section off my paper for that. Again, where the foam was, it's going to be the front. And I'm going to draw it. I know. Can you believe that, Connie? 3 months, Christmas. So this one I want to be a little more careful while tracing because it can be a booger. I'm not going to cut this hole either. I just put my paper on top and then I hot glued the bow right onto there. There's my leaf. And this takes just a little bit of paper, hardly any at all. Going to be interesting to see how Christmas is this year. Oh, and I have to tell you guys, speaking of Christmas, okay, sometimes gifts are not just handmade, but we have a lot of members and scrapbookers of Country Craft Creations that also they sell other things. And now is a great time to have parties. So I have to tell you, I'm going to be having a pink zebra. I absolutely love their wax, scents because they're like little candies, but wonderful gift. And so check out your friends too for Christmas gifts. Don't go to the stores. I know I'll be buying a lot from my friend Shotzi, and I will be doing on my personal page a party for her because I want to get my son just gotten a new apartment and I want to get him some good smelly stuff because he's a boy. And I want you guys to really support all of us out there and our friends who are independent little sellers because we need to keep each other going, of course. But if you are on my Facebook, we'll be setting that up here soon. And I love the scents. They're not too strong. They're wonderful. And it just even brings more fall scents into the house because I've got all the fall scents. Okay, now this one I did really well, so I'm proud of myself. I won't have to do too much sanding. That plaid. Okay, Donna, that's a weird dream. But I'm glad it was just a dream. But I have a dream like that every morning, only it's not a dream. It is Wilbur, and he sits on my bed, and he smacks me every morning to get up and feed him. Well, Shotzi, you and I have been friends a long time, and you supported me when I just started my little store, and we have to give back in this world. Isn't that cute? So I do have just a little bit on the edges. Remember, always go down on your wood projects. Don't ever go up. You don't want to tear. Oh, he actually did it. Oh, are you okay? Oh, he didn't kick you. I need to see. I can't really read. Oh, I love you too, Shotzi. Forever. And it's very, 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 very important to keep small businesses going. And it just trickles down. You know, Foundations is a very small company. And the owner, they're just a small little family. So love their wood projects, and I love the care they go into selecting their wood for these. That they're very, the wood is, it tells you on here, very it's reclaimable, and it's not just going and cutting down a forest. You can read more about it on their site. So they're a good company. Clean that off. Super cute. And you can use your hot glue. I'm just going to use my art glitter glue. It dries really well on the paper. And that can be drying. And all we have to do now is these other two pieces. Dollar store paintbrush just gets in there and cleans up any glue that's sticking out. Cleans up nicely. It's on the bristles. I don't even wash them. I just stick it back in my tool carriage, and then the glue is all cleaned up. Okay, for the yellow, I actually have this gold color, and it was a Simple Stories just left over from actually last year. It was from one of their fall harvests. And instead of going that bright yellow, I decided I wanted to go more of this with the polka dots. And again, I'm not going to even draw this one out. I'm just going to put it down, and we're going to cut around it. But we're going to let it dry. Okay. And now we can move on to the eyeball. And now for the eyeball, I thought this would be cute. So I'm going to use this behind the cog or the wheel so that I have one of the skeletons right in there. And all we need is a circle. And you can kind of use this one, but you can use this. So cut two of these. We'll cut one down just a little smaller. And I'm sorry about my camera freaking out, but it's the pattern of the paper. I don't know why it does that. I'm going to turn it over. Probably not any better. And I'm going to just draw two circles. And for the second circle, I just kind of want to, there we go. No, we better come up. Make sure there's going to be one of our little skeletons. Again, you can put this down first, or you can cut your circle. I like to just cut the circle first. And you can use a punch if you have a punch. And it's the right size, that's even better. And before I glue this one down, I'm just going to hold it and cut a little bit more. So with wood projects, so you can see there's no right way, there's no wrong way, just however you want to do it. Now this one I'm going to cut on the inside. We're going to put it on the back of the cogwheel. And if you already have your pumpkin, don't let it set. I know a lot of you have already ordered these. Don't let it sit. Get it out and do it. See how little time it takes? And I don't think I cut that one right. I should have checked it first. So if you're trying to get that pattern, make sure you do check it first. I did not. Okay, we'll put that one, and we already know this one fits. Or do we? That one there. Okay, once again, just glue the wood. We'll come back and trim it after that dries. Now the mouth. Stripes. Love the stripes with this. Kind of looks like the teeth. And it's this one right here. And I'm going to just draw it right on the outside. Now you can leave it also. You don't have to. Or you could put yellow inside there to make it look more like there's a light glowing in the back. Oh, we need to do the other eye. But we'll cut this really quick. And I'm going to cut this inside of the lines. You want this to be smaller. And you want it to be quite a bit smaller because we just need to go on the, we don't want it to show. I'm about a 1/16 of an inch inside of that line. And if it's sticking out anywhere, we'll just trim it some more. You're at work? Well, have a happy day at work. It's Friday. So hopefully that helps make it go by faster. I'm going to check it everywhere because I do want it. I don't want it showing anywhere except for in the teeth area here. So this is a project you can even give to the kids. Then we'll just glue it on the back. We're almost done. Can you believe it? This is how quick and easy our little pumpkin is. Okay. So I'm just going to take my straight edge on the nose. And as long as you put it on the one of the straight edges, it'll cut right off. Yeah, I know it is an oxymoron. But if you have to be there, it's better to make it happy. And again, your nose can go any way you want. It can go down. Looks like a bird. It can go sideways. You can do anything you like with it. I'm just going to go ahead now and glue this on the inside. We won't have to do any sanding or anything different unless you get glue in there. And you can just clean it off. Oh, the plaid would be cute too. Authentique's masquerade paper has been a lot of fun to work with. Okay. Mouth is done. We have the nose done. We almost have an eye done. Again, you'll see how that just comes off after you let it dry. And these I need to get the link in here. So the pumpkin is just under our project kits. We have a few left. We are out completely now out of the gnomes, and I believe they are too, or they're getting pretty close. The gnomes, of course, we did those last week. They had a little bit more detail to them. So these are easier. Like I said, I didn't grab my black magnet right here on this one. Otherwise, it would just go here. So I will put that on later after I get one out of the warehouse. And I am just going to go over the edge lightly with black for the nose. And let's go ahead and place our skeleton there. Again, I'm just going to hold it. And pre-cut it just so it sits back there. Super easy. Okay, now I got him right in the center. Save that for if I do another one. And now we just put it together. That's how easy our little pumpkin is. And because I did use the pirates, I think I will use a kind of cockeyed little grin because it's going to go more on my scary part of Halloween stuff. I have a little table that's a little more scary. Or he can just be your happy-go-lucky little pumpkin. Stress that edge. Ooh. Time for a new sponge. Okay, after you've decided, I just glue them down. And they are permanent. They will stay. Our glitter glue is not going anywhere. I've even dropped this one to my first one. Nothing fell off. Trying to decide, maybe I don't want it that way. Makes too much of a blank spot. We'll go a little bit. Little on the sideways. And then I just am going to take a piece of ribbon. I must have dropped it. So let me grab another one. It was sitting here. It's probably buried. So for this one, I used our plaid ribbon that we have in the shop. The plaid. This one I'm using more of the white gauze, and I do believe we still have it. I just tied a bow. So this will be a girl pirate. She'll have a bow. But it's super fast, super fun, and if you have these, oops, you've already bought yours, then it's really a fun project, maybe for a Saturday afternoon, getting the kids together, or the moms and the grandkids, or the daughters or sons. They'll have a ball. Something the whole family can do. And I'll use art glitter glue. It will work. It just takes a little bit longer to dry than if I use my hot glue guns. And that is all there is to creating your little pumpkin. And of course, I got to put the button. The button I would hot glue or glossy accent, something that you know it's going to hold. Oh, it's already holding. So that is all there is to making your little pumpkin from our store. Isn't it adorable? And these are going up on a shelf because I'm keeping them. And I will have them up in the decoration. But before you go, I'm going to give you a sneak peek because I was not live on Authentique Wednesday on the Authentique Paper Company. I usually am, but we've been so busy just getting ready for this retreat, so I was not able to go live, and I want to show you something that you get to see before anybody. Okay, it's not in stores yet, so bear with me here. This is not in stores. Sorry, I just have to answer our warehouse really quick. And so I'm going to move my little guys. Like I said, I was not live Wednesday, and they did not get to see this, but you guys are first. It's not in stores yet, but it will be. So I can't put it in my store yet. This is new from Authentique for fall. Look at this. It's called Hunting. So if you have a hunter in your life, game trail, I love these. Now on this one, there's no fussy cutting, which is really cool. They've all been die cut. So this kind of looks like a newer die cut, and it might be. But if, for the hunter in your life, especially with hunting season coming up, and if you're not a hunter, it's still fun paper. I just love it. I'm not a hunter. My family doesn't hunt anymore. Thank goodness. Because we're just too busy. But it is beautiful. Love this. The boy and his dog. That would be just beautiful to put on wood blocks to decorate if you have a masculine bedroom. Look at the green plaid on the back. So this is a very green. Love this. It's a very green collection. And this is the plaid. It is greens and browns. So it's all of those hunting colors. And then on the back we have the bow, the arrows, just the different things a hunter would use. And of course, you've got some ducks and acorns and fire. We have the bullseye. And you might even have old family photos back, you know, when they would hunt. I know I've got a lot with the grandfather, great-grandfather. This is going to look great. So finally, a paper that we can now use for those photos. But like I said, it's going to be just a little bit before it's on the website and before it's in stores, because we've got to wait for it all to be printed. But this is very clever. This is awesome. You have to look to see the head. And then you've got all the ducks and things around it and the leaves. It actually made, I thought it was a tree. It's not. It's the deer. And we have just those camouflage polka dots on the back. And here's our camouflage. And then on the back, we have paw prints, like a bear and deer, just the different hoof prints. And that is it. So it is a smaller collection. There's 5 papers to this one. So if you have a hunter or a gamesman in your life, it's going to be perfect. Great cards for birthdays, for the, you know, the man in your life or the grandfather. But it will be up very soon. So you guys got to see it first here. Right here. Okay, everybody, thank you. And then remember, there'll be no live shows until October 9th. We'll be back that week of the October 9th, which is a Friday. We'll be back to our regular schedule. And we'll be hitting the holiday projects really hard. So be prepared. Bye, everybody.